Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Let's do you and them, how we did the other day. You and the energies. What was it? 48 hours, 72. We have overall energy with them, but these cards were yapping. So let's use them. Whoa, that is a huge woodpecker. My dad is not going to be happy that he's back. Damn, Woody. Where'd you just go? Oh, I just missed him. It's the big one. I noticed we had good morning. There's no way I caught it flying. No. It's the big Woody the woodpecker. Great. But I noticed we have 3 new woodpeckers out back, and they were like all different kinds of woodpeckers. I'm like, oh my God. Well, where they were pecking at the house last year for a couple years, my dad patched that up and put like a fake owl up. So that's good. He hasn't been back. And I don't even think it was the big one. Like, this one's big. This is like straight up Woody. The other ones, I don't know what they were. So yeah. I thought the birds slept through the night. But I don't think so. I've been up since 4:30 and I didn't hear them. I fed them last at 10. So they did sleep 4 hours, which is good. No, I fed them at like 9:30. I fed them at 6 and then 9:30. But I didn't hear them at 4:30. But when I got closer to the bathroom this morning, they were chirping away. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. So tonight I'm going to put my alarm on. I mean, technically, past midnight, because they're probably about a week old. They're just starting to open their eyes. 3 to 5 feedings. So we'll see. They're stressing me out. They're cute, but they're stressing me out. I didn't think I was going to have to take care of them by any means. Oh yeah, but some of you guys don't even know the story because I was telling the story on members. They were in the attic and high up in the attic. And that's like, if they would have fallen, they would have died. They wouldn't have survived. And the mom made a hole in the attic, like where the screen goes, I guess. Ben's gonna come over this weekend and patch it up so my dad doesn't have to climb that ladder. So it's like, I don't know what you call that part of the attic. So I like blew it up. So it's above the window, but that's the attic window. And then there's 2 floors, right? So they wouldn't have made it. And if the mom was smart enough, she would have left the babies in the attic and so they could actually fly. But then that's birds being in the attic for 4 months. It just wasn't going to be a thing. So I had to get them It was a pain in the ass. I really thought the mom would come back. I kept them out the first night, woke up the next morning, and they were cold. So I was like, all right, well, mommy clearly wasn't sitting on them. And then they were outside a majority of the day yesterday, and I was just like bird watching, like, come on, come back and get your babies. And she didn't. And it's a myth about handling the babies and moving our nest or disturbing it. Like, they're literally going to a box or whatever you put the babies in. Like, the parents will usually always find them. But then I was like, okay. I was like, I have to, now at this point, I'm like, I have to feed them, because they can only go 12 to 24 hours without eating before they die. So they're just stressing me out. I love them. They're cute. They're messy. They're adorable. The Audubon Society was full. And I guess a lot of people have been raising birds, orphaned animals a lot lately because of sanctuaries, and not to mention like these sanctuaries only want like the crows or the ravens, like that, like the big birds, ones that are like more like endangered, illegal to keep. Like technically it's still illegal for me to have these birds, but I watched lots of videos on how to get them to like fend for themselves, obviously, because I don't want to be stuck with 3 birds. Mind you guys, I had Kai. He was a parrot, which is just different. Little birds are a lot of work and they're dirty. So this was a cool little video getting them outside. And I've watched so many videos of what to feed them. Right now they're on baby food and scrambled eggs. Just starting hand raising and releasing. So just getting them outside. So in a couple weeks, like I'll have to start with like a cage and then slowly introduce them outside while I'm with them. You know what I mean? But they are house wrens. Tiny little cute little blackbirds, but they're also songbirds. So they make they make a lot of noise. So basically I'm gonna have to put stuff in the ground. Maybe you're not that hungry. And teach them, you know what I mean? So, I'm home so I can do it, but guys, they're giving me anxiety. Like, it's not like, oh, I have something to nurture. No. No. I'd rather have 10 kittens. I'm not shitting you. Like, I think they make me nervous. I would rather take care of 4 infant babies at one time. I'm not shitting you. That's how I feel about it. Like, I don't know how bird sanctuaries do it, like around the clock like that. So, and not to mention, they came out of that attic. Then I put them outside for the night. Brought them inside yesterday, outside yesterday, inside yesterday, outside yesterday. I'm like, at this point, I'm going to be stressing them out. So I can't keep doing that either. So I'm just beyond myself right now. And they were a little shaky last night, but I think they were cold. So I put them under like a heating pad. They didn't seem cold, but everything I read, they should have a heating pad, but it was like during the day. So I was like, And then to boot, I have them in the bathroom so the cats can't, disturb them. Caden's in the other room. He's not having it. The other room has slats taken out of the door so the cats can get in and out of that room. So I'm like, okay, this is fun. So now I'm going to have to get them out here. I think I'm going to put them in the hallway up high in the fish tank. So the cats can't jump, so they have no way to jump. They're not going to jump 10 feet into the tank. I'll put a lid on it anyway. You know what I mean? But yeah. So that's where I'm at with them. Yeah, I hope the anxiety subsides. Like, let me make sure I like Caden's on the bus too and go pee real quick. Yeah, I don't know why they're stressing me out. They're adorable. Why? Because I'm not used to. Do you hear them? They're like, you opened the door. All right. So, yeah. Love you guys. Back to bed. Back to bed, I said. Oh, I'm still recording. I just took a quick video. I fed them the rest of their eggs because I woke them up. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, they are adorable. They fucking stress me out. They give me anxiety. All out. I already fed you this morning. Come on, want one more? All right, good boy. All right, all done. Go sleepy. Go sleepy. Yeah, go back to bed. Yep. All right, so, yeah. So, yeah. And I'm telling you, last night I had a dream of a deer having issues giving birth, and I was taking the baby out of the deer. I'm like, this is not going to be a thing. Like, I could see like a certain animal sanctuary, but no, oh my God, guys. Like, if I had the proper setup, I guess it would be like one thing, you know. My sister's friend Laura, she has like an outdoor barn and she'll rescue birds or whatever she needs to if she has to. So, that might be a possibility, but I don't want to shock them by bringing them like here, that, you know what I mean? So I guess we'll see how it goes, but, they are loud and they are messy. I mean, I'm only cleaning the paper towels maybe like 3-4 times a day, and the poop comes out in like globs. So it's easy to like pick up. It doesn't even really stick to the paper towel. And I can't wipe them down because they're so little. Can't give them a water because they're drowned. So I'm just like, it's a lot. And now I have catbirds in the yard. Which typically, remember I went to the Catbird Festival? And they have them upstate New York. They are beautiful, but they are loud. Sent it to my mom the other day. We're trying to figure out what it is. I don't know if you guys know this, but it is a catbird. It was following me around the yard, and we were trying to figure out what it was. So if you actually go into any of your photos, this is an Apple thing that I know didn't exist. My dad was so pumped. So I'm here and I'm like, and if it wasn't for my mistake to blow it up, so it's not that one. Maybe that one. It actually, if you swipe up, it actually tells you what it is. So I was telling my dad, and he pulled up Loki. He's like, no fucking way. And it blue mouth, black nose cur or something. And I was like, holy shit. So he caught a fish the other day. He didn't know what it was. So he did that. So if the photo's too far away like that, it won't pull it up. But see, it just says June 12th. But if I was to physically go like that, and now go back into my photos and pull it up because it's closer, it will tell you a catbird. So it just has to have, so whatever you take a picture of, and if you zoom it in, if it's not fuzzy, isn't that so freaking cool? Did any of you guys know that? I had no fucking idea. So my dad was pumped. So here I am. I have a plant app, and I don't even fucking need it because our phone does it. So it was a little tricky with the flowers and stuff, but the animals, on point. So I was just like, holy shit. Couldn't believe it. I was pumped. And we were trying to research it. Yeah, I had no clue either. So, and I was wondering, like, the photos from up north, I didn't check yet, but I was wondering if, like, it would tell me if, like, I was up north. Now I'm curious if it also tags the location. What about the horses? No, it just says horse. That's all right. That's cool though. It actually said you and a horse, a selfie and a horse, which is crazy. All right, here's some up north. Let's see what it says. Nothing. Let's see if it says like a forest or a stream. I don't know if it does a location thing or not. Oh, it says plant. So, yeah, I thought that was really cool. It's on point with animals. Except when I took a picture of the baby birds, it said reptile. So, yeah. There's that. All right. No particular order. Water, earth, fire, air. I just heard my mom get up, so I'm just going to check on her. My dad was in Maine last night. So I'm going to make sure she's good, and then I'll stop the reading. I thought she was up. She's not, but then Loki came running down. I probably woke her up is what I did. Could have swore I heard her. All right. So, let's do High Priestess. Water. Water. Weekend energy. I'm going to do the same thing that I did with you guys the other day for the 48, 72 hours. You and them. It doesn't have to be a person. It's you and the energy. Okay. Person, place, a thing, a thought, a job, a person. All right. 23, some type of change. Could be good. Change is good. All right. I'm just going to get some overall energy for water. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Weekend energy. Clarity. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Weekend energy. Relaxation. One more, please. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Weekend energy. And where did that go? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Ancient wisdom. Clarity, relaxation, patience, ancient wisdom. I just got a sharp pain under my left armpit, closer into like the top of my left breast. Sometimes I want to say people can get cysts there. I've been picking up on like pain spots lately, like physical pain. All right, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, your energy. Yeah, these cards really want to chat with you guys. Where did you come from? Where did you go, Captain and Joe? You have the Wheel, Seven of Feathers, Ten of Earth. Queen of Acorns. There's a tricky energy here. And typically, that's not always the case with the Seven of Swords. But you have the Lovers, the Knight of Swords, so communication. These cards tend to speak of a more positive energy. Like this Seven of Swords is, preparation, being resourceful. But it is, that octopus doesn't look friendly. The alligator doesn't look friendly. The camel looks sneaky. These two are having fun. This one's just like, I just ate and I'm nice and full. Now I'm going to find some sun, so you do need to be smart about a situation here. There is karma here. The Wheel is change. It is linked to karma. Choose your own fate. Make your own choices. Typically, that is clarity. I see relaxation as like the Seven of Feathers, the Seven of Air, but it's kind of like, can you really relax? It looks like you have predators all around you. And this camel looks sneaky as fuck. I wish you guys could see better. Let me turn on the overhead lamp. The overhead light, and shut the lamp off. And I want to feed the birds like every 2 hours today. Is that better? Yeah, that is better for you guys, right? Yeah. Okay. So, let's see the energy around you. I'm just going to say before I make presumptions, I feel like I didn't even say that right. Before you presume presumptions, why does it feel like I'm not saying that right? Yeah, no, this octopus, like I said, blow up your phone, guys, and you can see what I'm talking about. I'll help you out for a minute. Not looking so happy. This one's just chilling. Alligator, not so happy. This camel looks sneaky as fuck for some reason. So that looking sneaky with the Seven of Swords, that it's like almost like clear communication, but it feels like a lie. Like somebody's lying about a choice. I trust you. No, they don't. These cards are supposed to have, like I said, a more positive vibe. So I don't know what's going on here. Let's see what their energy is for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, the energy around them. And again, it could be your own energy. This doesn't look like self-sabotage. You have an awakening, the Nine of Cups, Page of Cups. They're rocking a lot of blue. And the Four of Cups. Lots of water. All water. But this is also judgment. Whoa, the leaf just fell. Threw me off a little bit. So this is interesting. Because this talks about possibly like, I'm sorry, but this is also like really liking a certain person or a situation. It's feel good energy, needing to make a judgment call. With the Four of Shells, it says soul searching and reevaluation. So you might just realize that there's somebody around you that seems like shady and you're trying to protect your own energy. I notice how like these ones are looking this way. This one is actually looking up here as if somebody's grateful. But there must be a karmic energy around, because we're starting off with the Wheel, which is karmic, and Judgment, which is karmic. Mind you, everything is karmic until you make it right. But this is like, whoa. Like this is, you're about to deal with something karmic. Whether it's your own thoughts, whether it's a feeling, whether you pursue something, whether somebody pursues you. But here it does look like somebody does want to actually come towards you, or vice versa. And it could be there's something shady around them, but somebody could be lying about work, lying about their own stability. Somebody could want to make a situation right. We did start at 23. Which is a 5, and 5s are challenges. To me, you are going to get some type of clarity. Others of you, it does look good, but I'm telling you, there's just something about it that's off. And it could be because we're going into summer solstice. I'm not sure. Super Dougie. You were wondering where my channel went? It disappeared from your queue? Wow, that's strange. I didn't go anywhere, Super Dougie. Huh. So it could be something with seasons, and that could be a message for you, because I just happened to look over, and I don't know when you wrote that, but good morning. Dougie hasn't been on for months, I feel like. Dang, Doug. Yeah, my channel disappeared from his queue. So that's, somebody could have disappeared on you. I don't know. So that's definitely a message for you guys. My ice is gone. It already melted. All right. What does Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces need to be aware of? What do you need to be aware of? Ascending, that's really nice. Self-worth, self-respect, mirroring, separation. So you could be, and you have release, you could be Mirroring. I love the ascending. So that really is great. But it's also like, in order to ascend, you might actually physically, I just heard my rings. I don't have my rings on. So there's some type of protection with one of these stones. It could just be silver. I'm hearing pewter. It could be an emerald. It could be that peridot, I believe, or sterling silver. Brass monkey, brass. So just maybe metals. Which makes me want to actually put my hematite on, but I think it's over there. So again, this could be saying, in order to ascend, you need to separate yourself from a situation. You could think that you feel the same way about a situation with somebody, but, or it could be somebody just, I heard presumption again. Why does that feel like I'm not saying it right? Presumption. That I feel like that's like, I feel like I'm not using the right word. The meaning of presumption. An idea to be taken true, or often used as the basis of another idea, although it's not known for certain. Behavior, arrogant, disrespectful. Could be perceived as disrespectful or arrogant. Maybe this is the way you feel about somebody. It's almost like somebody giving you a compliment but insulting you at the same time. Like, oh, you look great with this stank face. You know, like, I don't fucking know. But it's almost like, an idea that is taken to be true and often used as the basis of an idea, although it's not known for sure. The presumption of human nature. It's a tough one, Water. You guys gave me a tough one with 48 to 72 hours, too. And somebody around you, it probably is their moon or their Mars or their Venus. No, I'm getting either Mars or Pluto. Or their moon. It's water. It's water for sure. I mean, they could be fire, air, or earth that you're dealing with for a sun sign, but not when it comes to, well, this is feelings, so it's moon. But I'm actually not sure if they're that sign or not. So maybe it's in your chart. Because I'm double guessing myself. You know, if you think too much, you're going to just come into more problems. You got a problem, you think about the problem, and you're just going to make more problems for yourself. You know, if you look at something in a more positive way, you're going to open doors to more opportunities here. So for some of you, in order to ascend, you have to separate from something karmic here. Or did this separation already happen? Like, it's almost like my intuition is not giving me the answer for you. So this isn't about your intuition. This is about being smart. Because I think there's somebody around you that's presumptuous. I'm guessing, I know that's a word. So that's prescumptuous. It's scrumptious. Presumptuous. They're just assuming a person or their behavior falling to observe the limits of something that could be appropriate or not. I hope I won't be considered presumptuous if I offer advice. Oh, here we go with that too. You know, somebody giving their opinion when you're not asking for it. So it doesn't look like it's going to be welcomed. If somebody just comes in to offer you advice, to me, it's not welcome. You got a karmic person around you, or this person has a karmic person around them that's trying to tell them what's best for them, you know? That's why you don't talk about certain things with certain people, guys. It's just, you know, some people, this person has to learn the hard way, or maybe it's not their life lesson, and it's, you know, they're making their life more challengeable because of these circumstances. I literally thought that was torn. Like my card was torn. So I think somebody here is torn. They have to make a choice. And it's karmic. Somebody could be soul searching. They could be listening to their intuition, but there's an energy around them that wants to stop you. And again, this could be their Mars, Pluto, or Moon. And this is how they feel about you. So this might not even be your energy. You could be up here somewhere with like clarity, relaxation, patience, ignorant wisdom. Because this is really about your smarts, and this is a teaching card. So that tells me that this is for my spirituals, this wisdom, this ancient, like you're not stupid, especially if somebody wants to take you for a fool. So that's kind of telling me that this energy might try to approach you. And again, they're karmic, or they have an energy around them that's karmic. I don't want to presume, right? Here we go. Persuasion. That was a good movie. So I'm going to get my best advice from my spirituals when it comes to this ancient wisdom, because this is like, it's not, I wouldn't say it's something you've mastered. It's just, I don't know. It's time. You're being asked to move forward towards your dreams that you've been carrying in your heart. It's time to bring them into the world. You're ready. It's time. So actually, you guys are down here. You might actually get tested this weekend. Yeah, for some of you. So this is actually you guys. Well, this could be you too, making a decision. Jesus, here we go. Back and forth, back and forth. I think you guys are I think my spirituals are pretty grounded. If you got questions, ask. If you're seeking answers, do research. You know, maybe meditation would be good, or just being outside, relaxing, might bring you clarity. Be patient. It's time for something to come back around, but it's about using your heart, making a soul decision. So again, like this could be you, but this is what's needed. I mean, literally can go either way. It's a tough one for you guys. I think you separated yourself from an energy. Maybe you guys were mirroring each other in the sense of like playing games. Oh yeah, you want to play games? Well, guess what? I know how to play fucking games too. Or, you know, this person feels something for you and you feel something for them too. But like, you can't just assume, you know, even though like you're not assuming, you know, but it doesn't mean it's going to come together. Like this is one of these situations where in order to ascend, especially if somebody else is not working on something with you, you do have to separate that energy. So I feel like that's what's going on. But you are waking up. You are ascending. I don't know what type of clarity you're going to get, but like enough to like where the energy is going to shift. I do want to... Okay, I keep losing pens. And I liked that pink pen. I do want to clarify mirroring real quick. We got the Lovers. and the Six of Swords. So you're moving on from a lover, or in the Six of Cups, reminiscing. Usually when I sneeze, here and there, it's clearing energy. And I feel like it's just like within the reading, and that it's only once in a while. It's not all the time, but I feel like that is what that was. Because when you sneeze spiritually, it's cleansing for your nasal, for mind, body, and soul, depending on how you want to look at it. We just look at it as a sneeze, but we came into this world with a sneeze, so there's a reason for that too. I know we don't look at little stuff like that, because why would we? You know what I mean? So like, this is like, that message is kind of deep. Like, why would we look into that? Or you could be dealing with somebody like, why do you got to read into everything? Because there is a message within everything. So if somebody else is like, why you got to read into everything? Then you clearly don't mesh with somebody. And I don't want to say it like, oh, you clearly don't mesh. Like, it doesn't mean that you don't mesh, but I feel like there's something here where you don't mesh. So to me, like, this is leaving a karmic energy behind. Like, you don't mesh, you don't feel compatible, you like different things. Like, I mean, even if you liked some of the same things, there's just something here. But there's another situation here where something is moving forward. You guys do feel the same. Again, there's just one of the two of you are separating themselves from a karmic energy. And if you know there's a karmic around, that's you needing to be to me, you're already aware of it, but you also kind of got to clear that energy too. No, I think you need to be more aware. Ask questions. Typically, that's a message. So somebody might want to have a conversation with you. And again, it could be somebody you live with, and it's not, and there's something. It could be two roommates, and it's something karmic going on in the household, and it's finally like, you know what? There's no love in this home, this apartment. You know what I mean? There's too many people, too much chaos. Like, it's time to like carry through with something else in your life. It's time to move on from bro life. I just heard fucking bro. Such a stupid word, bro. So I guess if you were to say it like bro, like, but like I think it's like, I'm pulling to like bro, or whatever the fuck that is. That drives me fucking bananas. So I don't know what necessarily. Put this over here. It's going to be different for everyone, obviously, but you are being asked to move forward and go towards your dreams that you've been carrying in your heart. It's time for it to bring it into this world. Get ready. It's time. So again, it could be something you're creating. It's something that somebody else, it's time for them to come towards you. They got feelings for you. They want to express something, or this could be a job, a project, a hobby. It's time to situate something. It's time to relax. It's time to have fun. Be patient with the situation. You could get the clarity that you seek. It could be mental clarity. It could be tangible clarity. It does look like there's a message, and sometimes no message is a message, so there's that. All right, let's see what we're going to do next. Water. We already did water. The the world, those fixed signs, the star. I'm going to do air. Let me just blow my nose and not sneeze. What the frig is making noise over there? It's the chair. Like it's trying to get back into place or something. I've never heard it do that. Okay. Here it is. Ooh, I was able to access my pink pen. Well, I almost said twice for Capricorn. I did that with the 48, 72 hour one too, and I almost went to Earth. But this is air, okay? Weekend energy, overall energy for Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Tiger, patience, clarity. All right. Are you guys all going to have a similar reading? You just got 2 out of the 3 that was in water. Rites of passage. It's like the last card out seems to kind of be like, I just noticed each card is a different color. But the last card seems to be like a big deal. When the day something and the night falls, did make it through it all. Something, something, something. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, weekend energy, please. Yeah, clear your throat chakra. The shadow. Somebody has something to say, that's for sure. It could have to do with emotions, dear Lord. You do have the Page of Wands, 8 of Wands, and the Ace of Shells. That is communication, that is a messenger, and that's the Ace of Cups. And something through it all. Someone you love. Something getting used to. Yeah, I don't know the whole song. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. 2 of Swords. The Chariot. Three of Cups. So I feel like water was all about water, right in the element, your feelings. And I feel like air is about like mental clarity or like your thoughts. Because this is kind of like negativity in the sense, not negative, it's not a negative reading, but negativity in the sense of self-talk. Like more empowerment, more ambition to do something, like somebody's super indecisive on whether or not they're moving forward, or they're dealing with an energy like that, because this one is more determined, and it's more of a playful energy with the 3 of Cups here, but it's like stopping yourself. So it must be a placement within the chart, you guys' chart. Or you're dealing with somebody who's like their Saturn, but I just talked about the full moon too, and that's Capricorn, which is Saturn. So this is like battling yourself. But you also have rites of passage. That's a big deal. This could just be fear. Maybe this is you, or you're dealing, I'm supposed to be reading you, but I feel like it's the opposite, as if like one energy is more serious and work, and the other one is like, take a break, What's this rites of passage, please? Because that's telling me that, there really something is like it's a big deal. I don't know if you're stuck in the cycle. I don't feel like that's necessarily the message. I never pull this book out, but there's something within that card that has a message. The shadow, base chakra, powerful cleansing of negative energy, dissolve destructive patterns. Oh, it goes in order the other way. All right, there we go. Sacral and heart chakra, within the essence, divine feminine, deep connection with the moon, the blessings it bestows, magical energy, natural cycles, the ebb and flow of your life. When you feel much deeper, a sense of freedom, inner peace, creating new beginnings, connects to the energy of the moon, her cycles, assists with birthing, new projects, creations, connecting with the earth, and these elements will help assist the process. This card is also suggesting that at the end of a cycle of your life, remember to honor this process and let go of the old in the way of opening up the new energy. So you guys do have, waters seem to have the same message. I'm not going to stop and be like, all right, you guys, it's a collective message. But this is why I do collective messages. Because, it seems to be the same. It's with the moon cycle coming up too. And I know we're a week off from that, but I'm telling, like, it is coming in. And a lot of reads that I've been doing lately, I wouldn't say a lot, but almost a handful of reads talk about the moon cycle this month. And again, we're also stepping into summer solstice with a full moon. Like that's a big deal. So I don't know if you feel like someone feels stuck, or they're telling you maybe you shouldn't go in this direction, because it's like you have the right to move on with your life. You have the right to make the right choices for you. So I don't know what's going on necessarily with you guys, but it seems like you're battling yourself when you should just, go with the ebb and flow here. So it's like taking life too seriously. Like you have to lighten up, and I'm not trying to be rude, but like you do got to lighten up here. Be patient. If you have to deliver clarity, deliver it, or vice versa. Be courageous to get through this energy. Be courageous to make this decision. And, the Chariot's here, and the Chariot's a triumphant energy. It talks about leaving the past behind, but you also have to be determined to move forward and enjoy life. This could have something to do with a friendship. Let's see what the energy is that's around you for air this weekend. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. I don't know why I always do that with you guys. Just you guys. You got the Emperor. Three of Swords. So I think you could even be dealing with fire, but he's looking up at the shadow. And this is like needing to release and recover. Someone could have been drinking and driving. That's just coming out, like almost like it already happened though. I don't know if it's like you're suffering the consequences. No, this belongs to the same person. This is all you guys' energy or who you're dealing with. And it does feel like a collective message, awakening. And the Four of Wands. It goes from nothing to something big. Like that's Five of Crystals at the bottom of the deck. Like missing an energy, like, I don't know if it's you feeling some type of lack. But it's like comfort. This could just be you in general. Like you really need to release an energy here and be more optimistic and playful and enjoy life, enjoy outside, enjoy your home. Like if you're not feeling that type of energy right now, like move your room around, paint the walls, get new decor. Like this one's not as simple as like lighting a candle. It's not. This is like, again, I mentioned in the other reading something about like moving or like a roommate. I am getting that vibe. Like somebody could, I'm throwing something out here too. Like somebody could want you to like move in and they're not saying anything, or you want to move in with somebody and you're not saying anything. Or move out. But you do need to release the energy, and that's not a butterfly, that's actually a moth. And we had that discussion the other day with the moth. You got to release an energy and relax. You could be recovering from something, but you also got to take control and get out of this situation, whoever this is. It's all the same energy. And that's the vibe I got at the very end of Water too. So, but this is like how you have to have the courage to do it. Like you have to release something. A person, place, a thing, a thought, considering this is air. And this is what's stopping this energy. It's like when you focus on a problem, you're only creating more problems. If you focus on the positive and happy stuff, things that fulfill you, more opportunities, you're going to see more opportunities. This energy is just seeing more problems. You could be dealing with a people pleaser because somebody is struggling to take control of a situation here. But there's clearly an opportunity here. And this doesn't feel as karmic, even though Judgment's here, it doesn't feel as karmic as Water. Strangely enough. Because there's some big players here with the Shadow, the Chariot, the Emperor, the Awakening, Judgment. Something you love when the daydreams. There's that song again. Someone you love. I mean, what's that song about? Someone you love, meaning to the song. it's a metaphor for people in our lives who help us make good decisions through difficult times. And again, like I said, you might have that friend. That came through in water too. It's having the strength when we don't, and who helps us in the moments of fear and hardship. He also said he wanted to keep the lyrics open-ended so that people can find their own meaning. Dealing with the aftermath. Why did Lewis write Before You Go? Isn't that within the same song? But is inspired by his aunt who commits suicide when he was a child. I don't see deep depression here, but somebody has clearly deep depression. The song is not about the lady who I was in a relationship with. It was about his grandmother who's dead. You got to go after this, whatever this is. Like, you really do. So I think this is somebody you guys are dealing with. This is their energy, and it's, it is what it is. It's hard, There could have actually been a death here. And ever since that death, someone's been struggling to move forward. And it could be a metaphor of death of a relationship, or it could have been an actual death. But I feel like somebody feels like they're dealing with the consequences or the aftermath or something. Like, again, like, I don't know if somebody was drinking and driving, or like, I feel like there's an aftermath of something here. So it seems like if this energy takes themselves out of a cycle, there is people around that are helpful. Maybe this person feels like they burnt their bridges. I don't know. I don't think this is just somebody struggling to like ask for help or say something. Like, it feels like somebody probably burnt their bridges. It is two different songs. Okay. You feel like someone's sick. I want to be there. No regrets. I don't see regrets, but I'm sure it's here. Somebody has something to say. Every time I go to deal new energy, my throat chakra needs clearing. I've felt like that before too, Lee, where it's kind of like you feel like somebody like needs you. It's like that feeling of water when I said like you feel like somebody's mirroring your feelings, like they want you there, they don't want you there, like they love you, they don't love you, but you can't be presumptuous. You know what I mean? Like, I've put myself in that situation with the catalyst before too, and it does nothing but stress you out, especially if they don't respond. When sick of being someone, yeah, when the day pops up, so someone you love. So like, man, this is tough because it's literally like somebody doesn't want to admit defeat. Admit defeat. Like I don't. Someone's got a lot of pride. This Two of Feathers is the World and the Ace of Sticks. I'm just repeating the same messages now. Like, there's a cycle that needs to end, but there's one that's like super fucking exciting with the Ace of Sticks here. Where do you want to invest? So I am just going to end up repeating myself here. So let me just get your best advice and move on to the next read, because I feel like it's pretty much all the same message. And if this is you guys and as you're waiting for somebody to reach out, like, please stop, especially if it's giving you depression. Like, you could just be empathic and it's you're feeling this energy and it's not yours and you're thinking it's yours and you haven't separated the energy yet. And again, with water, it's separation. That could be you needing to separate and decipher whose energy is who, because that's a real fucking thing. You can feel when somebody's off or sad or if they need you, but like somebody's pride and ego is in the way here. That's a given. So I'm just going to get my spiritual's best advice here, because I don't even know if you're dealing with this person. Could be. You got patience. Now you have that twice. You're being asked to have patience right now. It's not easy to do so, but you're strong, and there's a reason why things aren't aligning in the way you want them to at this moment. Have patience. It will eventually work out. So yeah, it's like wanting the answers and wanting the knowledge and wanting this, but like this energy is like they can't speak up. I feel like this person like definitely burnt their bridges with you, and they feel like they can't find the balance. So you need to find the balance here between your mind and soul, your heart and soul. Like, or you're just going to drive yourself crazy, because you probably know exactly who this is. And if it's not who you think it is, or you don't know who it could be, it's definitely a friend. It's somebody keeping something. Like it is what it is. And it does suck. This person finds, comfort with you. And this is a hard reading. This is tough, guys. But you have to continue to push through, because this isn't coming through. You know what I mean? Like, that's the shitty thing. Like, when I have to deliver these type of messages, This energy is stuck. And again, some of you guys, I feel like this is stemming from water. This could be that person trying to make a decision, and it's that other karmic energy that's kind of keeping them in this energy. You know what I mean? And like that, those messages that are going back and forth this weekend might not be coming towards you. This could also be like there's a lot going on. Someone feels like they need to be the man of the house. There could be some money issues, stability issues. This feels like it's going on within a household. A lot of stress, a lot of karma, consequences of past actions. But this person is not, speaking up. And, whatever this is, I wish you the best. Be patient on yourself if this is you. But you can also get yourself out of this energy. Like, this is like a judgment call. So here's an opportunity with the Two of Feathers to let something go and move forward with that Ace of Wands, because you're going to feel so good when you do. And this is telling me like that's what you're doing. So if this isn't you, it's another energy that's doing this because they feel like they have to, but it doesn't mean that they're going to talk to you about it. Like, this energy needs to situate themselves. Like, And the sad thing is they could have you as a friend, and it seems like they need that, but unless they make that decision to kind of give you clarity, they have the opportunity to. This person feels like free. I just got the bird. I just got free as a bird. So this person they're holding themselves back. Situations like this they're so hard, and life is too short, and again, they could have lost somebody and, it jolted them, but like, I'm not saying like it was meant to happen, but for some people, things like that are meant to happen, and it's for them to realize how precious, unfortunately, life is, in circumstances like that. And we all say that. You wish you said I love you more, talk to somebody, and, people want to make up with you because, you don't want to hold a grudge, and, but then some people hold grudges for a long time, and, then, go in and you make a situation right, but like you weren't ready to make it right because you repeated a cycle. Yeah. Could be an anniversary of a death. Last year around this time, Danny passed. I just got heavy hearted that 19th. I don't know. God, I hope there's not going to be a death on the 19th, guys, and I don't want to scare anybody, but like something just feels like, fuck, man. Somebody could have tried to commit suicide, Did somebody die of a suicide? And ironically enough, people were assuming, like, it's that whole presumption, like, did Danny die of a suicide? It feels weird that I just said that out loud, and I don't know, I could have been intentional, non-intentional. It might not even have been anything like that. It could have just been like a heart attack, but I know he also liked to play around with things, and sometimes your heart just can't handle stuff like that either. You know what I mean? Especially if you have a weak heart. So nobody really knows. Well, close family knows, and I have a good idea, but I've never really said any of that out loud. So something is definitely going down here with that type of energy. When life doesn't get better, like cycle after cycle after cycle, like why is it worth living? Like I don't know. Like somebody, like whatever this is, this energy, like I don't know. So I just feel like somebody burnt their bridges, or they feel like they burnt their bridges with you, and it's almost like they can't reach out. But the thing is, like, they can, and they're choosing not to, because they don't want to talk about it yet. It's, you know what I mean? But it's time, but they're not. So somebody could miss the boat, and they're gonna have to repeat another cycle because they're not learning. They don't want to deal. It's an energy that just wants to move on to the next, but they're just going to repeat the same cycle. Could even be with a different person, but they're going to repeat the same cycle. Unfortunately. So There's an 800 line. I wish I had the number under my description box. I did at one point and it disappeared. And then Dougie came on and said your feed disappeared. So I don't know. Like maybe it's one of those situations like somebody did pass away and they didn't find him for a while or something. Like this person didn't have friends. You know, they disappeared. Nobody's heard from them. Next thing you know, find out somebody passed away. Like something is going on here. This is somebody who has already passed away. I'm feeling pain under both of my side of the ribs, left and right, more on the right in the back, but up high, not like where your organs are. Like blunt force. I just see like psh, from these cards. That one, psh, that one, psh, they all look like that. I don't know if maybe they all do, and I've never. Yeah, they do. I've never picked up on that, and I've had this deck for years. Maybe somebody didn't see something coming. I don't know if it was a car accident. See, this feels like it already happened. And when I did a read on members, there was a past life read, and somebody got shot in the back. It's like, but not seeing it coming. It's like, you know, I got in the car accident and I got hit from the back, somebody going 50, and I was at a dead spot. I saw it coming though. You know, like this is like you didn't see it coming. Somebody didn't see it coming. So I don't know if that's like you didn't know somebody was depressed and they committed suicide. And you know, I hate to deliver messages like this. But something here is going on like that. It does feel like it already happened, but somebody could attempt to commit suicide and they don't follow through. Like it doesn't work. Or it might work. Like what the fuck, guys? I'm sorry. I don't like delivering messages like that. You might hear that somebody, you know, died, passed away, and then you might hear that they committed suicide. Like this is somebody who has to have the clarity to like live. Fuck, man. I don't know if somebody purposely jumps in front of somebody's car, or like if somebody is like just in a daze and they don't see the car coming and they get hit. Like or if this is an anniversary of a death. I really don't know where else to go with this. I do not like delivering news like that. I feel like it already happened, but some of you it's could happen again. Like somebody driving their car off a ledge. Like I'm telling you, like, or like a drunk driver. Like Oh, I hate energy like this. Obviously, be careful driving this weekend. And again, I want to say like around a full moon, like it's crazy. Like yes, the nurses and doctors, it's the busiest time of each month. Like it is what it is. And that's not even for like another week. So I feel like this is like an anniversary of someone's death. Or like somebody could end up well, I didn't see like a home. Well, there was a home. Somebody could end up in an institution. I'm meeting all you guys like friends this year. You feel your niece will try again. I hope not. Yeah, so this is relating to you guys. So I hope not. But like it feels like I think they might get the help they need. I mean, you might get a phone call too, like it breaks your heart, but like in a way where like you can still help. You know what I mean? But somebody is like sick of repeating like the same things, but like they're not seeing like they can change their life. I didn't get that fly in time. There's something with train tracks here. And not like getting hit by a train, like somebody could literally like I'm seeing somebody with a gun like under their chin versus their temple. Like Jesus. You know what? I went to go pick up Caden yesterday from school, and I was singing that song, like 100 ways to die or 1,000 ways to die. Like, and I was like, I've heard that before. And Caden gets in the car, and then he's like, whoa, he almost hit that person. And I'm like, what? And he's like, obviously, Mom, there's not a person. You would have saw them. Like, no lie. And I was like, well, I was just singing that song, like 100 ways to die. And then when I got home, I think it's like dumb ways to die. It's something like that. Like, do you guys know what I'm talking about? Is it like 100 ways to die, or is it like dumb ways to die? Anybody know if it's an actual song? Like dumb ways to die. But fuck, I don't like that. I don't like that message at all, because I was literally, it's a song. What is it though? Like 100 ways to die or dumb ways to die? Because that song came to me when I got into the car yesterday to go get Kaden from school. And then literally, I'm not shitting you, he's like, ooh, watch out. And I was like, don't do that. And he didn't do it enough. I said, if you did that and it was like more scary, or you did it more real, like you would have startled me. And he's like, well, what do you mean? Like you would have saw a person if they were on the road. I was like, yeah, but don't do that to a friend or something. Like they could slam on their brakes in the car, dumb ways to die. Okay. And the car could, stop, and then that person gets hit. You know what I mean? Like, but I feel like this is like somebody's going to get hit by a car or something. Or they use the car. And I am hearing, I drove the Chevy to the levee, and the levee was dry. Good old boys drink American wine, singing this could be the day that I die. I don't want my kids on the road. What's the lyrics to Dumb Way to Die? Set fire to your hair, poke a stick at a grizzly bear, eat medicine that's out of date, use your private parts as a piranha bait. Dumb ways to die. Get your toast out with a fork. So is this incidental? Invite a psycho killer inside. Scratch a drug dealer's brand new ride. Take a helmet off in outer space. Use clothes dryer as a hiding place. So I don't know if somebody's looking up something. Dress up like a moose in hunting season. Disturb a nest of wasps. Drive around that boom gates at a level crossing. Run across the tracks between the platforms. Stand at the edge of a train station. What the fuck, guys? But I feel like almost like you don't see it coming. Almost like it's not intentional. And others of you, like it is somebody trying to commit suicide intentionally, but they're using you, or they're using a train, or they're using a car. So really be careful driving, like especially in busy areas, because I think somebody's actually trying to commit suicide and make it look like it was an accident. And that person might hit somebody, and it's like survivor's guilt. This could have already happened. And it's like the anniversary, and that's a message for you to know that, like, I don't know if that makes you feel any better, but it's like one of those things, like a presumption. You're assuming, you know, that somebody commits suicide, or people think you commit suicide, or some people know they did. Maybe they left a note behind and only like the parents know, and they didn't share it with anybody. You know what I mean? But you know that this person, you have this gut feeling that they committed suicide. And it's like dumb ways to die. And it's, in all reality, if my friend accidentally overdosed because he was messing around with stupid, dumb combinations, like, what a tragedy. Like, what a dumb way to die. You know what I mean? Like, so I really feel like this, I do feel like this already happened, but others of you, like, you might hear something this weekend. And again, that news could be like you're finding out. I just heard the coroner's office. You're going to find out how somebody died. You might say to yourself, like not too many people are going to be like, fuck, what a dumb way to die. I mean, I would never say that. So it's like somebody does something dumb. It's like, you know, those people like on those mountains way up, and they stand at the edge to take a picture, but they're not protected. You know what I mean? And it's like, what a dumb way to die. I'm telling you, like, and it could be because of somebody being careless. All right, I want to get out of this energy. If this is somebody you know and they're struggling, you know, reach out. But sometimes, like, guys, like a lot of people, you know, they'll call people, or you didn't get to the phone, and you have survivor's guilt. I think there's survivor's guilt here. And I want to say, didn't I talk about the seatbelt psychic within the, like, maybe 2 weeks ago? I don't know if it was something in regards to, no, it's the way somebody said something about a psychic, but you're not dressed and you don't look all woo, you know what I mean? Which I thought was like insulting, taboo, social. you know, societal viewpoints, that type of stuff. I am getting something with a train. I don't know, guys. This could be, God forbid, your kids were looking up something stupid like best way to die or something, and maybe you get a phone call and they're like, wouldn't it be nice if that was like really a thing? And the government or whoever's like surveilling actually reached out. I do know they do monitor stuff like that, but people just do dumb research out of curiosity too, so it could be one of those things where maybe after a certain amount of time, I have to put deodorant on. I stink. Didn't that message come in last week? So I don't know what this message is about smelling. OB stinking. Maybe someone's not taking care of themselves. I don't know. Train station. Coroner's office. Yeah, so I think you have to look it up a lot to get flagged. I don't know what's going on here, but it's heavy energy, but it doesn't feel that heavy, but somebody is experiencing that heaviness. Because I feel like somebody keeps like repeating a pattern, doing stupid things, like not getting better, but like this person has an opportunity to live a great life if they just see something differently, or if they just reached out. I do think there's survivor's guilt here. Is anybody dealing with survivor's guilt? I mean, it's awful, my mother-in-law, when she was younger, experienced that. She was in a car accident with, I think 4 girls or 3 girls. One of them died. Maybe that's what it is. Somebody has survivor's guilt and they take their own life. I don't know. So, but she said it's the hardest thing like she's ever had to like live with, I'm seeing power lines. I've had that message come through before. And I think the friend did end up going to jail for a while. And then there's other times like people get in car accidents and every, couple people die and other people survive and all the blood alcohol is high and they ask who's driving and you can't remember. And you could be the one that was actually driving and just not telling that person. Just not telling the authority figures because obviously you don't want to go to jail. People were thrown from the car and nobody knows who's driving. It's shit like that, guys. You know what I mean? And this might be like survivor's guilt. And somebody takes their own life and it's because of survivor's guilt. Like, I don't want to live without this person, or I don't fucking know, man. This is a tough one. But I'm not gonna lie to you, it was just like the weirdest thing, like 100 Ways to Die. I was singing it in the car, 1,000 Ways to Die, something like that. And then sure as shit, within 10 minutes, I picked up Kate and he was like, whoa, watch out. And I was like, I knew he was fooling around. But I was like, you can't do that, Caden. Like, that's a dumb way to die. You know what I mean? When your friend does that to you in the car and you're like, oh my God. And it's like you could be on the highway and you swerve because somebody scares the shit out of you and you guys die. Like, you know what I mean? Like, God forbid. So I hope there's not like a death and people are like, it's a mysterious, like, unknown death. And it's like, You know, like, what the fuck? It doesn't make any sense. Why did that person just swerve off the road? Was there a deer? Was there, you know what I mean? I don't know. So please don't do that to anybody in the car. You know what I mean? Like, I would do it to my sister here and there when she was in the driveway, just backing up a little bit, and I'd be like, watch out. But she was already kind of stopped. You know what I mean? But, and then she smacked me good one day across the chest. I was like, all right, I won't be doing that again. It was funny though. You know what I mean? But like, she wasn't driving. You know what I mean? But I had to have that conversation with Caden yesterday. He's like, calm down, Mom. Calm down. And I'm like, no, it's a thing, Caden. Like, don't tell me to, like, you know. He's like, obviously you would have saw if there was somebody in the road. But like, what if I didn't and it was my blind spot? Like somebody on a motorcycle, like, you know what I mean? So like, that's a dumb way to fucking die. So I don't feel like it was just my intuition and he was going to do that to me and I needed to have that conversation with him. I feel like it was also meant for this reading. Don't do shit like that to people. And again, like, you could be sober and you're driving a friend home and your friend's tripping their balls off or drunk as fuck and, you know, they actually think they see something. And they're, you know what I mean? And they scare you. So heads up there if you find yourself in that situation. Okay? Because I do feel like there's a death that could absolutely be prevented. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. I do feel like there's a death that can absolutely be prevented this weekend. So heads up if you find yourself in that situation or you have children that like to fuck around with shit like that. Like, don't, you know what I mean? Like, be extra cautious driving. Don't say anything to your kids, but like, prepare your kids in the sense of like, prepare yourself if like you're in the car with your kids. Like, don't say anything necessarily. Like, but like, be ready to like be startled or something, you know? And the other day I kept thinking, like, typically it's like deer that jump out and I'm like, oh, like, God, a kid could jump out there or like a dog. So again, like, it's just a dumb way to die, but somebody might actually die because of their own damn foolishness. And, you know, when that happens, you know, people are mourning, but at the same time, like, that's frustration, aggravation. Like, what a dumb way to die. Like, what the fuck were you thinking? Like, why did you think like you could jump off the roof into a pool 30 feet in the air and think you won't get hurt? I mean, you can break your entire spine landing flat on the water like that. That's like landing on pavement, you know? Like, why would you think that was fun or okay? So somebody could be under the influence. So, you know, this seems more like, God, fuck, I want to step out of this energy. Like, you might get a phone call and it does. And unfortunately, like, it's like, damn, like, what a dumb way to fucking die. Like, I typically would never say that. But like, a year later, if I knew somebody, you know, did that or that, if the story came out, I'm just like, holy shit, what a dumb fucking careless move. What were you thinking? And so I think that's like the metaphor for like, what a dumb way to die. And it's just, it's so unfortunate. But you could be dealing with like a daredevil that does stunts. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you guys are watching something live and somebody gets knocked out and it's like, damn, like, why didn't the referee stop that? Or like, what a dumb way to die. Like, you knew there was a possibility you could die doing something stupid, you know? So maybe it's a live television thing that somebody's watching, you know, I don't know. And you know, it's live television and the next thing you know is they go to commercial, the screen goes black. And you got to wait a couple days before you find out what happened. It could be in social media, guys. I don't know. It could have to do with a car. You know, a lot of people like those electronic cars. You know, the only thing cool I think about that is like backing into like parallel parking or something. And even then, I probably wouldn't trust it. But like, I don't trust a car driving for me. That's like cruise control. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even feel comfortable with cruise control. You know, I want to have control of a car. A car is a weapon. It is a fucking tool. It is, you know, a privilege to drive a fucking car. It's not a toy. So I'm sorry I had to present that within this reading, but you know, it's like be smarter than that. Like, and I hate that that's kind of like the overall message here. You seen a story about Sebastian, an astrologer, covered it on his channel a few weeks ago, Robert Phoenix. I don't know who that is. Yeah, so like I said, like maybe the autopsy, you know, like that friend's Matthew Perry died, everybody was waiting for the autopsy. Like, because was he drinking in his hot tub and he drowned, you know? And it's like, man, what a dumb way to die. You pass out, you drown, you know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. You know, it's, again, it could be one of those things where it is public news and you're waiting for an autopsy, because I did get the coroner. So, you know, I hope it's global news. But just be aware that that energy, Mars and Pluto are no fucking joke with energy, guys. Like, I don't know what degree it's at, but I want to say Mars and Pluto were conjunct. I never looked into that when I should have, when that message came in last week. But that's machinery, weaponry. I mean, look at all the fucking suicides here. And it's like, oh my God, like, it's so sad that other lives were taken because of somebody else. Like, it's, I think like they didn't even cover the one in Chicago, and like 40 something died in Chicago. And they were talking about like the other ones. You know what I mean? Like look what's happening in Washington. The protesters not getting arrested. Like, what the actual fuck? Like, what the fuck is wrong with this world? Our government. You know, and a lot of people, I remember having this conversation about somebody like, oh, I live in Washington and I feel like it's safe. Is it safe from, you know, chemical war? No. You'd be walking down the street and next thing you know, everybody's just fucking shooting people, but you think you're fucking safe. You got all these protesters taking down fucking history and they're not getting arrested? What the fuck? Are you kidding me? And I'm not trying to scare you like you're not safe, but like, don't be fucking careless either. All right, I want to step out of this energy, but I do want to see if my mom's awake. She's in this. Can't imagine she's still fucking snoozing. Like, dumb way to die. Like, when people do like TikTok challenges, you know what I mean? Like, that's a dumb way to fucking die. So be smart. I hope you guys, like, if kids are doing this, I hope you catch that shit. Like, see, like, I can't even walk away from this. There was a story. The parents let the kids have a party, and it was a sleepover, and it was a little girl. I think they were like all like 12 or something, and the parents let all the kids inhale the inhalium from like the balloons, you know, thinking it was funny. 5 of those children died because it was bad and like helium, and the parents got charged and went to jail. This was like a couple years ago. And the child went to live with like a family member. 5 fucking children died because the tank was bad. You know, and I tell all my kids, like, don't do that. And they're doing it anyway. And I'm like, it's so stupid. You know? But the tank was a bad tank of helium. You know? You should totally try the channel Sebastian Rogers. You said you saw power lines. It could be a clue. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but it's not the first time the power lines has come into the reading. Something with a car accident. Telephone poles. It's like driving over a live wire. It's like, why would you think that's smart? You know? So I do want to go take a morning to her, but I'm just saying, like, Jesus, don't, like, I'm just going to shut my mouth. Oh, the babies are awake. Oh, they're really chirping. Let me give them a little more food. Man, these hungry little babies. All right, they are so dirty today. I can't can't wash them. Like I got to remember that I have to set them free because I do not want 3 yapping birds. So, oh man, maybe just like their beaks, their feathers are coming in, their eyes are starting to open. So that tells me they're about 6 days old. All right. Let's keep it rolling. I just heard fire. Did we do fire yet? But that's the moon. Let's do fire. We didn't do fire. Wow, that stuff. Oh, I'm like, why did my pen stick? It's a magnet. Okay. Let's do fire. Let's do fire. Let's step out of the energy. Do you have to wear gloves so they don't get you sent? No, I don't. No. That's a myth. If you find a baby bird, people don't want to pick it up because of the scent. That's a myth. Birds have also awful sense of smell, believe it or not. It's more sight and hearing that they have. Their smell is not great. So I do have gloves though, but I use them like when I rescued them and certain stuff. I'll put on like regular gloves when I'm cleaning them, and then I'll just wash my hands. I'm pretty sure like all the germs and parasites, if there was anything in the nest is not on them. They don't have fur like that for them it's for it to stick. And I can't put them in a bath, so I am gonna have to like wipe them down because they would get stinky. But I feel like I shouldn't do that. I'll have to research that part. But they won't reject the baby. So, like, I'm still going to put them outside safe for a little while. I was just saying to my mom, that woodpecker's back, and there's 4 woodpeckers and 4 new woodpeckers, and that's like their top predator, that and blue jays, and we have blue jays in our yard. So I can't just leave them out like that anymore. The mom would have already been back. So, but I do want them to get used to the outdoor noise. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, I'm pretty much their caregiver. It's a given. I'm kind of giving up hope. Maybe she'll come back today and it will work out lovely. I doubt it. Fingers crossed, hoping for the best, I need water. That's over here. Definitely hoping for the best here. But I do want to get them out every day too. And then when I have them in the bird cage in a few weeks, some nights I might just have them sleep outside. Once they have fur, you know what I mean? So I'll put the bird cage like inside like a dog crate. You know what I mean? Extra protection from the raccoons and stuff. So yeah. All right, there could be something with birds when it comes to fire. I set fire. Ooh, another 5 might have something to do with water. I mean, you guys are kind of all correlating anyway, but I almost said Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I always do that with fire. All right, Aries, Leo, Sag, weekend energy. Overall energy for Aries, Leo, Sag, please. Overall energy. I can hear the chicks again. Here's the thing with multiple chicks, too. You might have multiple chicks. But, like, when one moves, they all move thinking they're getting fed. It's like, oh my gosh. If one wakes up, the other 2 are sleeping, they're going to wake up no matter what. It looks like you manifested a new beginning. I like this energy. You're definitely learning something here. You're definitely expanding your horizon, your outlook. I like this. This new beginning card next to this yellow is like a big deal. Didn't yellow come out? One of the readings, like a strong one. Trust and clarity. That clarity card's coming out for all of them. I feel like that's a duplicate message. That trust was upside down. I feel like the hangman is going to come out or something. I just heard again, dumb ways to die. So I don't know. Maybe someone's just listening to the song. I like this energy though. This is like learning as you're going, healing as you're going, expanding. I keep hearing expanding your horizon as you're going. I don't know if this is somebody's life path I just heard, but life path number or south node, north node. You would think more north node, but it still might be south node in the sense of like you're stepping out of it. Sometimes you're, depending on your Akashic record, your chart, like you don't have a choice but to be in your south node for a little while. So this is telling me like somebody's personality is fire. It's not necessarily sun, moon, rising. Because this is somebody's life path. And it's typically, I would say life path number, but like this is somebody's life path. And again, it feels like you're still walking in your south node, but it lands you in your north. So like slow and steady wins the race here because this is not like overnight you're stepping into your north. Your north is less karmic. It's the path. It's your life path. It's what you're supposed to be walking. You know, my north node is Libra. So, which is odd because everyone usually says I'm fire, but that's my south node. So people can pick up on that energy. You know, I think it's silly when somebody's like, oh, you must be a Leo or this and that, because like your sun sign doesn't really say anything about you. It does and it doesn't, guys. If you guys know your chart, is that other aspects of your chart is really who you are and how much energy is in that chart. Like I have 4 placements of Scorpio, I have 4 placements of Taurus, I have 4 placements of Gemini. You know, how much feminine energy do you have within your chart? How much masculine? I even out. I did Marsha's last week and she actually has 6 masculine and 3 feminine. I was like, holy shit. You know, and being a feminine and working with that makes it more difficult. So there's clearly something here going on with your chart. And it's definitely in regards to North Node, South Node. Or your life path, just in general. Like you manifested this. It's here. Now what? I was like, where's my water? I put it on the floor. It's like, why would I put it on the floor to lean over? There might be something with therapy here. And I'll share something personal, and I'm still having a tough time dealing with it, but they actually I saw a neurologist the other day, they actually want me to go to speech therapy. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. They're like, no, think about it. Like my post-concussion symptoms are still there and they're still strong. And when I try to remember something or it's like short-term memory, like if the doctor has a conversation with me, like I won't really remember what it was like really about or like comprehended at the time. But like when I'm in physical therapy, when she says like tighten certain muscles or do this, like I really have to think about it. And like your brain really shouldn't have to think about something you already know. So it's almost like when a stroke victim has to go to physical therapy to learn to talk again and, you know, punctuation, well, I can't even speak. But people who have post-concussion that lasts as long as mine has, like, that's the next step. So I have to do speech therapy, and I looked it up, and it's a thing. So I don't know if this learning and clarity, I gotta wash my hands real quick. It just smelled like baby food. It is not time to eat. I'm so sorry. Go back to bed. So it's strange that I even brought that up to you. And I have to get a brain MRI. My vitamin B12 was fine. I do have optical neuralgia too. But yeah, my vitamin B, which was fine because that can cause like confusion with certain stuff. I couldn't remember what the other one was. But it's just from like when I hit my head in the car, like by now, you'd think I'd be able to remember. Like I have to think about like how to move my feet in a certain direction when they say move your feet, or like follow my hand, which one's wiggling, and it's like stare at my nose, and it's like I look right at her hand and point, but like my peripheral vision, I can still see that she's doing it, but I can't focus on her nose. Before I used to be able to do stuff like that. So I don't know. I do find this to be a strange message that my personal situation is coming into this. Again, like reason for everything. So I don't know if somebody's brain is like jolted here. Like I don't know what this fucking message is. Or getting like hit from behind, or like a branch hits your head and you survive, you think no big deal, but like I don't know if this is something to do with like a car accident, like a long time ago, or you fell and hit your head. Like I remember when Lonnie fell off the concrete steps. I'll never forget the sound of that, of a head landing on concrete. Like she's good, but like holy shit, it's fucking scary. So there is something here with head trauma. But almost like it feels like intentional head trauma. Like not intentional. Like, how like some people like that are like not with it, or like anger issues, they're fucking pound their head on a fucking wall like a meatball. Not intentional like that. There's absolutely something hands down going on with the brain here. But it looks good. It's not telling me like you're dealing with somebody who's not comprehending you, or like I'm still able to like channel and do stuff and talk about certain, like, you know what I mean? Like it's just the little things. Like it's when somebody tells me to do that, and Like, I have to really think about, like, how to do that, when before it would just be like second nature, not a big deal. So you could be like rewiring your brain here. But it feels like for some of you, it's linked to trauma. But like, not karmically. I don't know how the fuck to explain this. But I'm being told it is linked karmically. So now I'm really confused. What the fuck? Be careful, somebody here is not trying to confuse you by taking advantage of you. But doesn't really seem like that's happening. So it is happening karmically. But for like a good reason, like trust. What the fuck? It's almost like, to me, speech therapy makes no sense. Like, she talked about like cognitive therapy, and I was just like, okay, I thought they were just going to run like certain tests. And when I saw like the printout, I called the office back and I'm like, I think there's a mistake. You guys signing me up for speech therapy. And they're like, no, that's cognitive therapy. Like, I'm like, I know, but I thought I was just getting tested. And they're like, no, it's once a week for like 12 weeks. I'm like, no. I'm like, this is post-concussion. She's like, honey, she's like, you do speech therapy for post-concussion. And like, it still doesn't make sense to me, but I get it. So it's almost like, okay, maybe you don't have that clarity, but trust whatever's happening here is happening for a reason. So I don't feel like something's blocking you to get to your life purpose, because the beginning is already here. I just heard again, like, dumb ways to die. So I don't know what's happening here, but not in the sense of like actual death. Like, could be something with a ladder. What's this manifestation? I'm going to do this one differently. Meditation could have something to do with the letter M. What's this new beginning? Inner child. So I don't know if something here is linked to childhood trauma. What's this learning? Maybe you're learning new ways to deal with something, yet finding the balance. What's this clarity? Lovers, teacher, soul connection. What's this trust? You guys are definitely getting clarity in regards to somebody. Ancestry. Ancestors. So your path is definitely like, whatever's going down, like I said, is intentional. But I do feel like you're in your south node, though, believe it or not. But it leads you to your north. Like, whatever this conjunction is, crossroads, like, it brings you to your south node. I mean, your north node. So you're on the right path. You're in alignment. So I don't know if there's something here you're doubting. But this new beginning is happy. Like, it brings out your inner child. Like, and again, this lovers can be a best friend. You know, best friends bring out your inner child. If it's the right best friend, if it's a soulmate. Everyone thinks a soulmate is just somebody, a lover. It's not. A soulmate is an animal. It's a friend. People that are meant to be in your life. I keep hearing dumb ways to die, like what manifestation. So be careful manifesting, or like, I don't like saying like that, like careful what you wish for, you know? But like, I feel like this is like a wish coming into fruition. Like whatever this is like, it feels like it's a really good thing. And there is like somebody from the other side, a grandmother, a grandfather, a great grandmother, like a great, like 10th generation fucking 1800s fucking grandmother. You know what I mean? Like there's ancestors here wanting you to trust what this is. So you could be finding the balance when it comes to a soulmate, finding a way to connect with somebody the right way, manifesting the right way. This is something like you really have to think about though, because like it feels right, but it doesn't feel right. It's so again, like I don't know if this is somebody new coming into your life or if this is somebody you already know. Aries, Leo, Sag. 5 of Pentacles, but this is like new possibilities. So like feeling left out or lonely or missing somebody. But then here's like a blessing. This is someone who's good for like your well-being. It's somebody that brings balance into your life. So it could be a friend. I just got pulled literally at the same time to the friend card, the karmic cards, the life lesson cards is what I'm trying to say. Where are they? Aries, Leo, Sag. Trust, fear. Trust twice, acceptance. I'm learning that I can't accept things I cannot change. Trust, I accept my inner voice will guide me correctly. Fear, I realize I'm testing to resolve to live in the energy of love. So it is kind of like, all right, I'm going to do the things I want to do. I'm going to feel like I can, you know, but like, look at all this purple. But, gotta get past this fear. This Lovers is surrender. Don't try to control something. Your feelings change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Same 2 cards again, courage and discipline. I think Air just had the courage and discipline with the Chariot. I accomplished what I set my mind to, having the confidence to live without fear. Okay, so whatever is happening over the weekend, whether it's a thought of a person, a feeling, if something's aligning, like it looks good, it looks positive, like go after it, live in the moment, enjoy it. Even if it's like a breakup, like it's weird, like this is like, it's still like setting yourself free. This is like having clarity to go after something, but like because you miss feeling good, you miss giggling, you miss, you know, feeling happy. Like there is like a blessing here. Play, have fun. This 3 of Cups keeps coming out, but to me it's like friendships. I don't think it's like interference, you know. And if there is, like, you got to work through that. And this looks like you are working through that and finding some type of balance here. Wow, the babies are being really loud right now. So there might be birds. If you see certain birds in your yard you're not used to seeing them, look them up. You know, like we have a whole bunch of new woodpeckers. We have the catbird is new. And I think there's 2. I only can see one. They're super friendly. They come right up to you. the thing followed me around the yard. Oh, there's definitely something with birds, guys. I sent this video to my mother. Alana, we should go to the beach one day next week with the heat wave. There is definitely, absolutely, hands down, something here with birds. Okay. How do I blow it up? I think the bird's trying to get my attention. It kind of just, it gets closer and closer. Like when I was in the garden, he got close. I moved over here. He moved in here. Like he followed me to the front of the yard, everywhere. Here he comes again. He's right over there. I don't know what he wants. He's not even scared of Max. Yeah, no fear. Like Max was right there. Like I'm literally a foot away from him. It's pretty. And they are super friendly birds. Bird watchers. Right here and he doesn't even care. Bird watchers love watching these birds because they're very entertaining. But he followed me around the whole damn yard. So birds are messengers, guys. So there's definitely, absolutely, hands down, a message for you guys in regards to birds. If you see it, it's a new bird. Look it up. All right, let's move on to Earth. 224. I'm hearing short and sweet. So it could be a memo, it could be a letter, it could be a note, like, or it could be something in regards to like you gotta write something to your boss. Short and sweet. I don't know if it means like it's gonna be clarity within this reading. Nice, short and sweet. Because I feel like what I just do, Fire, it was kind of clear. I didn't have to like get into it. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, healthy boundaries, weekend energy. Lots of red, healthy boundaries, sexuality. I feel like there's jealousy here. That came out with water. Source is going to make sure. Careful because you got those cycles again. Lots of fertility. If you don't want children, be careful. Inner child, you got forgiveness. And this is being protected. It's almost like the same message as fire. There's an ancestor. And others of you, they're protecting you. Like with source being here, they're making sure that whoever you're entertaining or whatever situation you're in is healthy. So almost like it's almost like somebody else that you're dealing with is getting tested. There really is something like that happening here because like forgiveness, yeah, thing. I don't know if there's like childhood trauma. That just came out in fire with the whole brain thing. So this is intentional. You are being protected. You are smart about something. Source is making sure that there is certain boundaries in place. Like if you're looking just to have a one night stand or a fling, yeah, like because it's the moon cycle too. Like it could speak of like a woman's monthly cycle too. But like there's definitely some type of fertility here, but not. It's not like screaming at me, but again, like if you don't want to get pregnant, then, you know, obviously take precaution because there is that energy here, but I don't think that's what it's saying. It's almost like, I don't think there's any confusion on like who you are, but like there is this cycle where I don't know if it's like childhood trauma. I'm not getting that. I'm getting this like inner child as like the friend thing, you know what I mean? Like there's a friend around that can help you work through something. Like it's almost like, say you have to reject somebody and you know it's best for you, but it still sucks, it still hurts, it still bothers you, it still causes confusion. Some people feel regret. You know what I mean? Like there's a friend that's going to help you through something, and if you choose to, have that conversation, because for some of you, there's spirits definitely blocking something. And it could be your karmic or somebody else's karmic. Didn't this come in with water? Like the other person's karmic? Because this is kind of telling me you're good to go. This isn't really telling me like you're sad. But like it's free will, but spirit's in charge. Does that make sense? Like surrender, the answer is yes. Like I said, it's free will, but spirit's in charge. So almost like they want you to work something out. Yeah, there's something good here, but it's like there is some type of forgiveness, but there's a lesson here too. But like you can live again, like you can be free, you can have that dream you want, and maybe it's just not who you thought it was with. Because this inner child to me is like bringing out something good, like committing to somebody, committing to something, being with somebody who brings out that inner child, somebody who you feel safe and protected. Could be something with winter, somebody that you don't question. Yeah, so somebody, you know what I mean? Like, so I keep seeing deception at the bottom of the deck. So I don't know if it's somebody that lied about something or if like there's a karmic energy around, but like it might not be your lesson to forgive. It could be this person's lesson to, go have fun in life. Go be with who you want to be with. Like, go live out your dreams. Yeah, you might have thought it was with somebody else, but it ends up being with this particular person instead of like who you thought. You know what I mean? Or this is already happening and it's just there's some type of inner healing here. But to me, like, this is a big deal. So if you have to wrap something up short and sweet, you don't owe somebody an explanation why you're going in a new direction. If you're starting something, it's kind of the same thing, short and sweet. Like if somebody's asking like, oh, why did you choose to get back with that person? Or why did you decide to get married without, I don't know, so quickly, or you know what I mean? Something here is absolutely fixable, and Source wants to kind of make sure it happens, but it's either a test for you or a test for them. It's, you're projecting it or somebody's bringing it your way. Because it's time to step out of a cycle. Yeah, see, take action. It's time in winter. So something to me happened already in the winter. That's like you got your clarity, but so now it's like, all right, let's go. It starts in December. Even if it ended in February, you got March, April, May, June. You're 4 months out of something. It's time to, take action and do what's best for you. And this talks about your energy, who you want to be with, communication, kind of watching. Like it's time to say something and get out of this solitude with the cycle. Like this cycle's over. Yeah, see, deception, inner child, grief, victim, so like whatever was going down here, like you've been out of it. It's time to move forward. It's time to go after what you want. Something here is very much protected. Like, say this is Spirit doesn't want you as somebody because they it's an energy vampire. They take away your energy. Like, they're going to be like, nope. But there's somebody here that's definitely a yes, you know, and there's like a karmic around. So you might want to go watch water. Yep, karmic. They're going to make sure, and then you got union. They're going to make sure somebody else is out of the picture. This is somebody that should have been out of the picture. Or this is somebody who's been out of the picture since winter, and now it's time to go after what it is you want. Source is making sure, or they wanted to make sure. They are making sure this weekend, and they have been making sure, like I heard weekly checks, you know, making sure that this person has the right boundaries set up, or you have the right boundaries set up to get out of this cycle, to enjoy whatever this is. This is somebody's lesson, to be with whomever they choose to be with. Say old school, I want you to marry like somebody who's, you know, Jewish and like us and blah, blah, blah. Like, no, you're stepping out of it. You're breaking conditioning, or somebody else's, you know, in order to come into union. So Spirit's been making sure that these boundaries have already been set up before they even come this way. Because it might take a lot from you to forgive this person, and it could be that then on your end it might be a lesson, because you really want to be with this person, or there's something about this person you're drawn. It's a magnet, but yet there's a karmic, you know, like this interference is like being separated. So to me, somebody is learning here, and it is time for them to, you know, let's do this. Again, guys, this could just be a friendship, a soulmate. You know what I mean? And it's just time to enjoy life. Life is short. Enjoy it. Any other messages for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? You got the moon. So again, this could be perception. 7 of Cups, making a choice, doing it, not doing it. I think, again, that was like water, that indecisive. No, that was something else. You have the Empress. And the Knight of Feathers. It's the Knight of Swords, maybe a Knight of Wands coming towards you, the Empress, needing to make a choice. Because even though somebody else makes a choice, guys, and if they come towards you, you still have to make the choice whether or not you want to communicate, whether or not you want to forgive, whether or not you want to respond. You know what I mean? But whatever's happening is definitely divinely protected. You are divinely protected. You might be dealing with, is it air I just did? No, fire. Because I felt like the Hangman was going to come out, and that is about perception, but the moon here is all about perception as well. Beauty, abundance, happiness, going after your dreams, your choices, your ambitions, taking action, like that right there with action. It's definitely a sexual attraction. Somebody here is dealing with the Empress. You know, maybe somebody's just seeing something differently now. For Acorn, comfort, community. It is the Knight of Swords. I said Wands. 7 of Crystals. Where are you going to invest? You want to see results? You got to go after it. You got to change the way you're looking at something, make a choice. Whatever that read was, where it was like, stop being so indecisive, it was either water or air. No, it wasn't air. I remember that. It was water. Definitely linked to water here and going after what it is you want. Let me pull your best advice. I'm hearing trust. You got surrender. That's all about the Hangman as well. Best advice for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Short and sweet. pivot. Sometimes when things aren't falling into place after trying and trying, it's time to ask yourself to pivot in some other way, whether it's a good idea. How do you make life flow a little easier, effortlessly? How could you pivot, to make maybe something less complicated? You got release. You're being asked to release any toxic people and situations in your life. You deserve to be free of all drama, and that's the first step to achieving that. So again, a lesson being tested. Maybe there's somebody coming around this weekend and it's not somebody who has your best interest. Spirit's going to make sure that it doesn't really work out. Look at the bird. So you could be dealing with fire. So again, maybe somebody's coming towards you, but that other person or you have someone coming towards you and it's karmic. You know what I mean? Like, you got to make the decision. And if this is somebody and it's just like a sexual thing, or you're just going to repeat the same cycle, but this like, I'm sorry and blah, 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 blah. How many times like you're going to allow somebody to apologize, So I don't know. This is either one or the other. It looks like you're coming together with somebody that's going to make you feel good. You're not going to have to question things like you would with other people. So try not to make something too complicated. You got to release it here. There's definitely like I said, like source, there was a karmic energy here. They're going to make sure somebody's getting tested. So if this is somebody eventually coming towards you and it's a good thing, they're getting tested over the weekend with a karmic. To me, this is two people separating. Like it's time to get out of a situation that is it's not good for you. But it really is a good thing, guys. It frees you. Free as a bird. Free bird. I keep hearing free. Free bird came out in another song. If anybody remembers, if you want to leave it in the comments, I'm going to get one more message for you. Like whatever, like this is good. Like end of a cycle, connect. You're being asked to connect with others in a meaningful way. Sometimes it's helpful for a new perspective and simply being around good people. You're in the need of that right now. Deep connections will benefit you. So again, it's hanging out with the right person, the right people who lift you up and not bring you down. People who don't try to make decisions for you and tell you like, oh, I don't think that's a good idea for you. Like there was like a people pleaser or something there, like somebody who just didn't want to like move forward because other people's opinions, like other people's thoughts or yada yada, who knows, you know what I mean? But like, make sure you hang out with people who bring you up, make you feel good, and they respect you and they're honest with you, and if somebody's shady or, like you can sense that, that, like you can tell by people's words and actions and how they conversate with you, like, and if you get to a situation where you're like, all right, I'll meet up with you, and then it's uncomfortable and you're like, yeah, no, this doesn't feel right. Like there's something about this, yada, yada. Like you're not getting the answers or the conversation you thought you were going to get, like get out. Just leave. Just get out of the situation. Seriously. Just bye. It's a worthless conversation. And that's not you making a mistake. That's you learning a lesson. Don't stay and continue to think you're going to have fun with somebody the rest of the night. Just leave a situation. Maybe you all go to a party. Like, I don't know. Like, you feel uncomfortable. Like, somebody wants to have a conversation, but it's just like, it's stupid. It's like, just leave, guys. Be out. Honestly, short and sweet. Like that's basically the beginning. That's your answer. Short and sweet. You don't owe somebody an explanation unless you actually owe somebody an explanation for something. But this feels like a situation like I don't owe you an explanation. And then there's other situations where somebody does owe you an explanation before you guys have a conversation or think about being together, or other situations, or if you expect somebody to have a conversation with you, or you know what I mean? Like that might not happen. But then there's another situation where I'm telling you, it's just like somebody comes at you with something. It's like, you don't owe that person an explanation. Do what it is you want to do. Be with whoever it is you want to be with. Look at life how you want to look at life. It's one life. It's your life. Yada, yada. Bye. It does, you know what I mean? Like, and it feels like it could be somebody else's karmic, but it could be your karmic, you know, trying to connect to you in a different way. I'm telling you, I think your intuition is going to be on point here. You're going to know something's weird or shady. And if you have that feeling, it's in your gut, you know, short and sweet. Bye. And then if you're testing your own gut, like, well, what if it's just me and, you know, I just think they have wrong intentions, then have a conversation with somebody. You're going to know if it's a real conversation or not. And if you don't, then you're going to repeat a lesson. If you do, be out. There's no point in continuing a conversation. Lesson learned. For realsies. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you later, Gators. Have a fabulous weekend. Hang in there. Be smart. Enjoy your weekend. Love you. Bye.